Photography is such a powerful tool. It can help you grow your social media, build your businesses, or you can use this skill to work from anywhere in the world.
I'm Itti and I've been shooting photos for over 16 years and creating content for over 11. Photography has helped me to grow several businesses, live on a tropical island and work on some amazing projects. There are so many ways to use this skill to build the life you want. In today's video, I will be sharing some lessons that completely transformed my photography journey. These insights have helped me to develop my style, become more fearless and take on challenging shoots without hesitation. I'm sure they can do the same for you. First, shoot even when the light isn't perfect. It's easy to take great photos when the light is working in your favor. For example, sunrise or sunset, it will always look great. But true progress happens in uncomfortable situations. Challenging conditions push us to understand how to work with low light situations, with artificial lighting, or understand natural lighting situations. Mastering these will build you confidence and problem-solving skills. And let's face it, working with clients, you can't always choose the perfect timing of the day. If you have already practiced shooting in non-ideal situations, you are ready for anything. Next time you have gray weather outside and you feel uninspired, grab your camera anyway. Try to figure out what kind of light sources you can find. Maybe work with your model, tilt their head, and try to understand how this kind of bad natural lighting situations work. What kind of light sources can you find, or how could you position your model or subject to work better with this kind of light? Maybe you can work with reflector or flash. So testing out these kind of things makes you more adaptive and ready for any kind of situations. Secondly, don't just collect ideas, execute them. You have probably seen some creative ideas online that made you think, I need to try this. You save them and keep looking for more, but you never actually do anything with them. It's fun to gather inspiration, but it can easily turn into procrastination. It has been proven that the bigger the gap between the idea and execution, the less likely you will actually execute it. Watching tutorials is essential in your growth, but it doesn't get you any better if you don't actually do anything with it. You need to apply what you're learning. Even if you feel unprepared, start now. The sooner you take action, the faster you'll grow. I've been also trapped in this inspirational bubble where I'm saving ideas and not doing anything with them. What helped me was understanding that turning an idea to a finished project is like a muscle you need to train. The more you go out and actually do it, the more belief you will grow in yourself and the easier it gets. So get yourself out there and just start creating. Third, combine Lightroom with Photoshop. During the first years of my photography journey, I only used Lightroom for my photo editing, but I realized it quickly that my photos were never as good as the best creators out there. So at some point it clicked that the missing link was not using Photoshop. Combining Lightroom and Photoshop has given me so much opportunity to take good photo into a great one. And although these two programs have so much similarities, there are still a lot of things you cannot do only using Lightroom. I oftentimes finish my editing in Photoshop, where I can go more creative with AI, do some nice skin retouching, use layers, or use dodge and burn tools to make my subject pop. Here are a couple of photos that I've edited only using Lightroom versus photos where I've added a touch of Photoshop magic. As you can see, in Photoshop you can add that special something that makes them stand out and look simply so much better. Before we jump on to our next point, if you want to fast track your progress and go deep into both of these programs, I've put together two in-depth courses that you can find on my website, a photography course and a photo editing course. These cover everything I've learned during the past years, from getting the best possible shot in camera to professional looking edits on Lightroom and Photoshop. These courses are live on Zoom, so you can ask your questions in real time and get feedback as we go. If you're ready to level up faster, I highly recommend you to check them out, and I'll leave the link down below. Now let's go back to the video. Fourth, recreate work you admire. Whenever you try to match the edits of the photos you like, you need to figure out how they were made. It teaches you so much about color grading and different editing techniques. You'll find yourself using lights, lenses, or filters you would not otherwise try, and this really pushes you forward. Just one note: if your photo looks too similar to the one where you got inspiration from, give credit to the original creator. It's a great way to show appreciation. And lastly, never stop learning. I'm sure that every photographer has had these moments where they look back to their old photos and realize this isn't nearly as good as they thought it was back when shooting it. Even looking back to my own photos from 1 or 2 years ago, I can already see some things I would probably change. Realizing this helps me to push myself further and try new things. So challenge yourself at all times to test new gear, new editing settings and programs. This will make sure you're constantly growing. For example, I barely used Flash during my 16 years of photography journey, as I simply enjoyed using natural light sources so much. But during this last year, I've started to experiment with this, and I really feel how this new tool has opened up doors for me. I'm really grateful that I looked into it and started to learn more about something I've rather avoided so far. So if something feels intimidating for you, maybe it's your cue to try it out. To sum things up, you will grow through trial and error, testing new tools, and taking on these uncomfortable situations. Now, I would love to know what's something that has actually helped you to become better in your photography. Let me know in the comments below. I hope this video inspires you to create even more and helps you grow this incredibly versatile skill, as there's so much you can do with it. Please make sure to subscribe, as we have so much more to cover, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.